I would like to tell you what the patient felt during the surgery. It was as if I was looking over the surgeon's shoulders, but this was not like normal vision. It was brighter and clearer. I saw many knife-like tools in a bag. I thought someone was using these knives in my head. I didn't know what it was. They were saying among themselves that my veins and arteries were very thin. It was a woman's voice, and it was a doctor. I suddenly realized that I was being drawn to the feeling of going upwards, like an elevator. It felt like a tunnel. However, it was not a tunnel. I realized that my grandmother was calling me from inside the tunnel, but there was no sound I heard in my ears. The end of the tunnel is a pin. It was as thin as the tip. There was a light inside the tunnel, and it was incredibly bright. It was like sitting in the middle of a lamp. I looked at my hands to see if I could see them, but I couldn't see my hands. I saw different shapes. All of them were bright and covered with a light that didn't disturb. Then the shapes started to take form. I knew them all. One of them was my grandmother. I also saw my other relatives, but they didn't let me go any further. I had some kind of communication with them, but it was not talking. I thought if I went any further, I would lose touch with my body. I wanted to go to the light, but I also wanted to go back. I had children. Back behind, my grandmother didn't want me to go any further in the tunnel and even sent me back. I was hoping to go with him. He contacted me and asked me not to do it. When I looked back, I saw my body and I didn't want to get into it. My body looked dead. It scared me and I didn't even want to look at it. I felt what my relatives said, don't be afraid. It's like jumping into the pool. Suddenly they pushed me from behind, and at the same time I felt myself being pulled towards my body. My body was pulling me, and the tunnel was pushing me. Suddenly I found myself in my body. It hurt like jumping into a pool of icy water. When I returned, I regained consciousness and realized I was on a ventilator.